guidance regarding your career. Yeah, what all things you should do after your engineering means you should plan all these things beforehand. And later on, then further, this series will be continued by experts who will be guiding you for foreign education. Next series will be your how you can pursue your career means after completing engineering in defense services. And then lastly, we'll be conducting a short lecture from our very known motivational speaker of Bhopal, and she'll be guiding you that how you can focus and channelize your energy in any kind of adverse condition, adverse situation, and under all circumstances, you can focus in completion of your goal. So, dear students, yeah, I feel proud to be a part of an elite institution where teaching goes beyond classroom. So, on behalf of Oriental College of Technology, I welcome our today's speaker, Ms. Preeti Mehrotra, who is a certified counselor, means international certified career coach. She is working towards connecting young minds to strive towards success and achievement. She is having an experience of more than a decade in the field of teaching and education. Her work is absolutely related to career planning. She keeps on guiding students by measuring many domains like aptitude, interest, emotional quotient, orientation style, and personality development. She highlights entire career route that is industry specific and provides a backup plan for successful career. We are here very grateful to her for accepting our invitation and becoming a speaker of today's event. This was a short introduction about her, as she is a well recognized figure in our society. Dear students, the future depends on what you do today. Well said by Mahatma Gandhi. So now, I would like to request our speaker for today, Ms. Preeti Mehrotra, to continue, guide, and motivate our students so that they can pursue their career in a successful and properly managed manner. Ma'am, Preeti ma'am.
Thank you, Sonia, for giving such a nice introduction of myself. I'm very glad to be the part of this institute, that this institute has invited me for today's session. I welcome each and every member of today's webinar. So I'm just sharing my screen. I hope you have allowed me. Yeah. So, Sonia, can you see my screen?
Yeah, it's visible, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. I'm trying to just put on the slideshow so that it will be a full screen. So dear students, as Sonia ma'am has already given my brief introduction, so I'm Preeti Mehrotra. I welcome you all for today's session. I'm a career coach, and following are my details, which you can save with you. And moving to the further slides, I just want to tell you before we start, I just want to request each one of you to be more participative, interactive, so that it will give you the energy throughout the session. Okay, so it's just you can think that it's a morning time and you are all energized. If you have any query, please either raise your hand, and Sonia ma'am and other teachers are here to assist me. And I just request each one of you to, if you have any questions, we'll be dealing it at the last. The reason is because it will give a, it will just deviate from the focus. So I want that everybody to focus on the today's session so that you can get more insight about the session. And later on, we'll deal with the question answers. Now, in case if we run short in time, you can definitely give me a message or mail me, or you can, any way you can ask your teachers to contact to me, and I will be definitely giving all the answers of your questions. So I'm just moving further. So here, today's agenda, I'm just telling about today's session, the objective. So by the end of today's session, you are definitely going to get a better understanding of a career in engineering and understand how to make a personal career plan. So if you just stay focused and if you continue till the last, stay with us, continue till the last, you're definitely going to get a good insight about the session. So before that, I just want to ask everyone, how many of you are engineers? You all have taken an admission in an engineering college. So I just want to know how many of you are in this engineering course by chance or by choice. You can write in the chat box. Because I'm sharing the screen, so I'm definitely not going to see how many of you are raising your hand. So I request Sonia ma'am to please help me in this regard. Yes, is Sonia, anybody raising hand?
Yes, actually, most of them, those who are responding, as per their response, it's like they are by choice engineers.
Just a minute. I'm just joined through my mobile account. I think I'll plan this otherwise. Continue. Okay. So it is vibrating. No, it's okay. So it's glad to see that many of you are by choice. And yes, there are many incidents that like parents, or we are sometimes influenced by our friends, and then we join the engineering, and later on we realized that, oh, I have taken a wrong step. Or sometimes the parents are so much behind that we are forced to join engineering or doctor or medical field that is not as per our choice, isn't that? So I'm really glad that in this Oriental College, everybody is by choice. Most of them are by choice, and those who are by chance, you will be clear by the end of the session that what you are going to do in your further career, or why we need to go for with a passion. So now, what is an engineering? I request Sonia, please mute some of them randomly so that they can give me the answer. What is an engineer? What do you think? What is an engineer?
You can respond.
Like, yeah, you have to just tell me what is an engineer. What, according to you, is an engineer?
And in case your mics are not working, yeah, if you have joined via desktop or something, you can just type a message.
Yeah, you can. Please use a chat box. I just want, if anyone has written the answer or want to unmute and give the answer. Is anybody willing?
Ma'am,
Yeah.
for me, engineer is one who can adapt in any type of situation, or who can handle any type of situation very smoothly or creatively.
Very good. Yes. Very good. May I know your name?
Ma'am, I am Sayyid Rahbar Hussain Naqvi.
Oh, wow.
Rahbar.
Okay. Thank you. Anybody else? What do you think is an engineer? Okay. So
a student named Raj, excuse me.
Yeah.
Ma'am, a student named Raj, he's saying a person whose job is to design or create something or response according to situation.
Wow, great. Great, Raj. Very good. Yes. So, yes, what they both have said is clear. So more about the engineer is, an engineer is someone who turns ideas into reality. You must have heard about Einstein, Newton. Okay, so what the idea clicks to their mind and they were having a capability to change or to turn it into a reality. Okay, solves problem, any kind of stuck situation of a machine or not working, so how it should start working. So solves problem, any kind of situation, as Raj and Hussein said. Create designs. Okay, so design of whatever is there in the mind, so they can create a design out of it. So, and that is the reason that we can see so many cars design and many other machinery working and all. And then use scientific knowledge, so how the things will work, so making it logically work, thinking it logically, and applied knowledge to the real world. Whatever you see in the real world, it's not imaginary that cars are imaginary, buildings are imaginary, okay, bridges and all. So apply whatever the knowledge you have gained into the real world. So engineer is someone who is having all these qualities. Not only these, there are many more qualities like team working, analytical thinking, logical thinking. So if whoever possesses these qualities can definitely be an engineer. Now, how we will come to know that we all are, means like whoever wants to be an engineer possess these qualities. So here comes the career planning. Means like if you are having these qualities, definitely either by luck or by means like naturally you are having a inclination towards the engineering field, or you are not aware about, but somebody will tell you. So the more correct person is a career counselor or career coach, which tells you that which career is fit for you. And that is where the career planning comes. So career planning, before going deep into this career planning, what is career planning and how the career coaches work, what they do, I just want to pose one picture in front of you all. And I just again want participation in this. I just want to ask, what are your views about this picture? What is this that you see in this image? So I want different people to please participate, at least 4 or 5 to participate and give their views on this picture. Whatever comes to your mind. It's not that you are right or wrong. Whatever comes to your mind. Just looking at that picture, what comes in your mind? What are your views about this picture? Sonia, you need to help me in this regard if anybody is raising hand. I hope I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, yeah. So anyone who is willing to participate, or see, if you are not participating, then there will be no, I will be just keep speaking. So it will be more interactive. It will be more interesting.
Ma'am.
Yes, Vikas, what would you like to say, please?
Ma'am, this picture shows a graduate or a person who is who has a degree in particular field, or we can say branch.
Okay. Fine. Anybody else? Anyone else? It's just you can take it as a game. What are our different views about this picture?
Yes, Rahul?
Yes, ma'am, I can imagine by seeing this picture that students who have taken
like they got graduate with good marks or good sessionals.
Okay.
Let
so I think two voices coming. Yeah.
Ma'am, I think this picture says that if you...
Abhishek, wait. Rahul, continue.
Yeah, ma'am, sure, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. I can imagine from this image that the graduates, the students who and they are happy from their decision, that they have taken a good decision for their life, and they are so happy from their graduation career. Yeah.
Great. Okay. Yeah, I can hear some other voice also from the back. Anybody else?
Abhishek? Abhishek, Abhina, someone was speaking now. Reber, आप क्या बोल रहे थे बेटा?
I was saying that they seem to be graduate and they're feeling good because maybe they got good credits or good sessional marks.
Okay, so then why this, if you are feeling good and all, so why this goat is stuck to 1 point? Okay.
Because
Yeah.
they love this field and they take it not as a work. It's matlab, their hobbies, interest. That's
Great.
why they are happy.
Okay. Fine. I'm really glad to listen all their views about high grades and they are stuck because they are not passionate about that work. Wow, great. Basically, this picture, if you see, you all are aware about the qualities of the goat. Is it difficult for a goat to take a leap from to the other side? What do you say? Is it difficult for the goat to take a leap on the other side where the elephant is standing? Do you think it is difficult for a goat?
No, ma'am.
No. Yes. So who is this?
Aman Anand.
Aman, can you tell me why then this goat is not able? She's stuck at 1 point. Okay, I'll tell you. I'll further tell you. See, in this picture, you can see the mountain goat and other side you can see as an elephant. So they both are depicting, the one side goat is depicting as an individual who is confused, who is not aware about the abilities and potential he or she possesses. They are not aware about that. This goat is not able to identify that she can easily leap to the other side and she's stuck. She's not
Excuse me, ma'am.
take a jump. Okay.
Because elephant has a big size, that's why she is scared.
So here elephant is standing because as just like an career coach who, because she is stuck, she is not able to take a leap, she is not confident. And that is why here the elephant is depicting a career coach who guides and who tells that you have this potential, you have this capability, you can easily leap, you can easily jump, you can come to other side, and shows the path, shows the guidance, give the guidance. And then only this mountain goat is able to leap. And here the career coach work in the same manner. Here the career coach plays a role that it gives you the guidance, it gives you, it identifies your abilities and potentials and telling you that yes, you can do this. This is not an impossible for you. So what is career coaching is, I just want to tell you here that career coaching is nothing gives you the clarity of where you are stuck. It gives you the clarity of the career options. It gives you the clarity about your abilities. There's some disturbance if anybody is
Dear students, when the speaker is speaking, please I request you to mute your mic. You know, if you have any question, you can just drop in a message. You know.
So career coach is more here to give you the clarity to take a well-informed decisions. Okay, it takes you from the confusion to the clarity state. So here, this is the role of the career coaching. And here, this elephant is right now doing the same because goat is not able to identify or not aware, I must say, about the abilities and potential. So this career coach helps to do that. Now, how, if you have taken, I please request everyone to please mute yourself, or Sonia, please mute them. Yeah, so if you have taken a career guidance or career coaching, you are well informed about your skills, your values, your interests, your personality preferences, your aptitude. And how do these career coaches identify? Are they astrologers? No, they are not. They use the tools and techniques. And the tools and techniques they use is psychrometric test. So I just want to ask again over here, if anybody is aware about the psychrometric assessments, have you ever heard about psychrometric assessments? Are you known about it? Anyone?
No, ma'am. Please tell us.
No, ma'am.
No. Okay. So that's great. I'll tell you, I'll just give you the clarity of the psychrometric assessment. So psychrometric assessment means measurement of your mental states. Means if you are taking a psychrometric assessment, you are very much clear about your ability, about your aptitude. Now, what is aptitude? Aptitude is something like which work you are able to handle. Like for an example, I want to join defense. Okay, I'm just giving an example of aptitude so that you can understand it more clearly. I just want to join defense. My interest is in defense, but my aptitude is not in defense. So what does it mean? Like, because everybody knows that if I have to join defense, I need to stand in the sun for a long hours. I need to work in the odd hours, but I'm not capable of that. So then if I join also defense, if by luck I am able to clear also the, because of my knowledge and all, I'm able to clear that defense exams and all, but later on after 2 or 3 years, I have to be back from that because I will not be able to continue with that job because I don't have an aptitude for it. So it helps you to analyze your aptitude, your personality, your interest, your strengths and limitations. And not only this, it also helps you to identify the blind spots. What are blind spots? Blind spots are something which is hidden in you and you are not aware of. Like you are not aware of that you can do this particular job very nicely. But when you take a hands-on experience, then you later realize. So it helps you to identify your blind spots. And these psychometric assessments are nowadays taken by the recruiters also. Why? Because they need to be clear that whichever the candidate they are choosing, it is best fit for them. And that is why they take the recruiters use the psychometric assessments. The psychometric assessments are taken to mapping the competency, stream selection, your course selection. So like if you psychometric assessment has been taken, so it gives you the report of it, like what is your report generated. And I will give you this later on. I just again want to post one picture over here and want everybody, means not everyone, but at least 4 or 5 to tell me what you see in this picture. And then I later on relate it, what it gives a sense, why I'm asking this. What you see in this?
Trees.
Trees, okay, very good. Anybody else? You can write in the chat box.
Ma'am, he is trying to saying that your screen is freezed. We can't see anything, ma'am.
My screen is freezed?
Yes, ma'am.
Just
only first slide is visible.
Yes,
oh,
ma'am.
no.
Now it's
Why you have not informed earlier? Is it visible now?
yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
wrote in the chat box already.
The slides
Yes,
are
ma'am.
not running actually. Means
Oh.
left side also all the slides are visible, and in between also means the main slide is also visible.
Now, have you seen these slides?
No, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, I'm
Yes,
so
ma'am.
sorry.
Yes, ma'am.
You must have informed me earlier. So this is, I talked about the engineering someone got. Okay, then I talked to you about this picture. Can you see this picture now? You were able to see this picture, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am. Now we are able to see this.
And this I told about the career coaching, and this was a slide where I talked about the psychometric assessment.
Now once you can run these previous slides because they haven't seen these slides.
Okay,
हाँ.
so I have already started.
Full screen पे run करवा दीजिए मैम.
Can you see this?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay, so it is an engineer or someone like whatever the qualities you should possess to be an engineer.
Again,
And then it is a career planning. And then it is about the picture which where I was asking about the goat, about the mountain goat qualities. Then this is a career coach. I already explained you what is career coaching. And this is about the, if you take a career coaching, what all the benefits you are getting from it.
Ma'am, again your screen is freezed, ma'am.
Ma'am, again screen is start.
I think when I'm sharing now, so then it is not. Can you see now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
I will go like this only. Okay, I will not be making it a slideshow because it is stucking over there. So right now, everybody can see the psychometric assessment.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, so this is the picture which I want your views. I want what you see in this picture.
Ma'am, a man.
Ma'am, firstly, it is a painting
Painting, fine. So what is the painting about?
where we can see
Only one point, what you see, only one. one word.
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
it
there
is
is
Ma'am,
place,
Ma'am,
ma'am, there
image
is
of an
One by
old
one. One
village.
by one.
Ma'am, village.
The views.
Village.
ma'am,
Okay. So one says
and
village. Second,
is a pic of old
Person.
man.
Old man, ma'am.
old man. Okay. Very good.
Rahul,
Yes. Anybody else?
Rahul can speak.
It
Ma'am,
is showing beauty of the nature.
two houses, ma'am.
Nature. Okay. Very good.
ma'am, it is a illusion painting. It depends on our point of view what we see. Here we can see an old man also and a portrait of a village also.
Wow. Great. So here you can see, children, that picture is same, isn't that? But everybody is having a different perspective to see it. Some can see the old man, some can see the nature, some can see the beauty of village. And this is what the psychrometric assessments give. It gives a holistic picture. Like for an example, your parent, you are one individual, and for your parent, you are having some different personality traits. Okay, you are different. If your parents look at you, they will define some different personalities. Now, if your lecturer defines you, they may be defining something different from your parents, isn't it? And your friends define you something different. So everybody is having their own perspectives as they see. So we all are, why this is happening? Because we all are unique in our own ways of thinking. And here the psychrometric assessments play a big role because it's not giving something of its own perspective. It is giving something, a holistic picture of your own. So it, as a complete individual you are, it gives you the picture of that. It generates the report of that. And this is this is what the psychrometric plays a big role over here. Now coming to the psychrometric assessments, so there is, means like it's not something very subjective about the assessments. They are objective types of questions which based on the personality, interest test, and aptitude and ability test. So if you take a psychrometric assessments, so there is no right and wrong answers. Like for an example, red is, I like red most, maybe you like green. So no color, means both are colors. So there is no right and wrong answers. Okay, so if you take a psychrometric assessment, it generates means you have to give your assessment as per your perspective. And once you take this assessment, your 5 dimensions report is being generated, which is of 34 to 36 pages, which gives a holistic report, which caters the aptitude, interest, oriental style, personality, and EQ. It gives the entire report of yours. Okay, so this is how the psychrometric assessments is being taken and benefits you. Now you all are engineers, isn't that? Can you tell me any one aptitude or interest or a personality of the engineers? Anyone?
They think more.
They think more, good. So it means they goes in details. Very good, very good. Yes?
I'm creative.
Creative, very good. Yes. They are the people, those who are very creative. That is why they are able to design. Very good. Yes. Anybody else? Personality, anybody can tell me about the personality?
Ma'am, should have patience.
Okay, good.
They have good communication skills.
Very good, very good. So see, the communication skills are not only required in engineering, but in all the other areas also, means all the other careers also. So it is something which quality need to be learned. Okay. Okay. I hope everybody is comfortable with English. और मैं थोड़ा हिंदी भी बोलूं?
No, ma'am, we are comfortable, ma'am.
Okay. So anyway, if you are not able to understand anything, you can come up with that. I'll explain you again. Okay. So yes, the teamwork. The teamwork is something which is very, very important personality trait required by an engineer, because one engineer cannot work alone, isn't that? You need a group, you need a team to work.
Ma'am, leadership.
Leadership, very good. Leadership. Okay. That's
thinking,
great. Huh? Pardon?
Thinking, feeling, or behaving, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So thinking, definitely the analytical thinking. Feeling can be, yes, if you are compassionate about the feeling, then only you can work in your teams. And last, what you said, better? Behaving. Yeah, definitely. You should behave very properly, and then only you can work in a team. Otherwise, team will throw you out, isn't that?
Ma'am, positive attitude towards.
Positive attitude. Very good. Thank you, children. Really, Sonia, I'm glad that I'm having such a participative students. Okay, so now let's move ahead with the different types. Pardon?
Ma'am, what is this EQ?
EQ is something that how you handles your emotions. Okay, like sometimes it happens now you are not able to handle your emotional well. You behave when you are stressed. You behave very in a manner of annoying. You are not able to handle your anger. You are not able to handle the conflict. So this is how, if you are strong in that EQ, then definitely you are able to manage. Okay, so there are the tips also. When you take this assessment, there are the tips also given. So like if you are weak in somewhere, so there are the tips also given, so you can work on it. So to develop that. Am I clear?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. So like different types of engineering, I know that you all are aware about the different branches available in engineering. And I'm just giving you the brief about it, that what career opportunities you can get from these civil engineers. Like if you have taken a branch of civil engineering, so then you can be a structural engineer, you can be a geotechnical, you can be environmental, you can be material, maintenance, water resource, earthquake, and coastal. So you can even not imagine better how much the vast career opportunities you will get if you have joined as an engineer. Because without engineers, we cannot even think of our world. Okay, so you people are lucky. And I must say that I hope that you all possess those aptitude that you have taken this career. Mechanical and automobile engineering, if you have taken, so then you can go in the design engineer, production engineer, analysis and testing, installation, maintenance of aircraft, missiles, structural and aesthetic. So these are the fields which are available if you take a mechanical and automobile engineering. And further, I will also tell you about the careers in engineering which are vastly high paid and which are vastly being taken by the people nowadays. So career opportunities like corporate firm, if you have taken the biomedical and biotechnological engineering, this engineering branch is literally booming a lot in today's scenario. So corporate firm, pharmaceuticals, research, and hospitals. So biomedically means basically work with the organ developing and all, or means like artificial organs. Then coming to the chemical and petroleum, again, this petroleum engineering is literally booming like anything. So you can go in the drilling, you can go in the production, completions, reservoirs, manufacture, you can work in these fields. Now coming to the electrical and electronic engineer, again, the electrical and electronic engineering. Oh my God, what the scope this branch is having. Like generation of power, distribution, the way the everywhere the infrastructure is taking place. Okay, so the more you can say, the more electrical engineers we require, more distribution of the electricity is being required, and then definitely the electronics. You can see the gadgets, you can see the mobile, every now and then the gadgets changing, the way they are coming up, and the new features. Navigation and biomedical instruments, manufacturing, supervise the electronic components and devices, implement your equipments, academic and research also you can take if you are an electrical engineer. And then here comes the aerospace and engineering. So this again, the aerospace, so again, it's a booming industry. Maintenance of aircraft and missiles, and aircraft designers, aviation engineers, satellite space and research, maintenance of aircraft, and defense also you can go. Now, these are the only fields I have just taken a briefing, because the entire branches I cannot take over here. So if you have any confusion, you can definitely ask your teachers. Means they are having my contacts. They can either they can help you out with their knowledge, or they can ask you to contact me. So anytime you can contact me and ask me about the different areas where you have an interest and you want to apply for, and what are the process of going forward with that, proceed with that. So these are the careers which are, I have taken a brief one because they are the important ones, and which are also nowadays growing day by day. Now, in India and in the world, there are 10, most of the 10, whatever I have shown you, these are the high paid jobs of engineering. And why I'm saying highest paid job, because ultimately we are more interested in money earning, isn't that? And it's not wrong also, because we are working for it, and everybody needs to get more salary for it, what they have worked hard for. And there is nothing wrong. But yes, ultimately you have to be more concentrate on your passion. Just do not blindly take the career because it is a high paid without any interest. So please focus on your aptitude and passion also. Then only you can be successful as an engineer. Okay. And so any guesses about the petroleum engineer? How much they must be earning if we talk about in India and abroad?
Ma'am, 60 to 1.8 lakh.
1.8 lakhs.
Yes, ma'am.
Monthly you're talking?
Yes, ma'am. 60,000 too.
60,000, okay. Anybody else?
I'm 20 to 25 lakhs per annum.
Yeah, you are very close. Very good. So here, yes, in India, if you're talking about, so it is more than 24 lakhs. If you're talking about in abroad, it is more than a crore, a million, 10 millions, you can say. Recently, my nephew got selected in this petroleum engineering, and in UPS, you must have heard about the college. And he was very much passionate about earning. He was going to the merchant navy. But he one day he called me and he asked me. Pardon? Are you saying something? Can I continue?
Ma'am, आपकी voice break हो रही है.
Okay, my voice is breaking. Am I audible now?
Yes, ma'am. Your voice is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, fine. So he called me up and he said, "Ki Mausi, I want to go in the highest paid job." I said, "See, you have to analyze your aptitude for it, and then only you can go for it." He was not having any idea of a petroleum engineering. And when he took the test, psychometric assessment, I'm sorry, and then later on he analyzed it, and he right now is in petroleum engineering. Okay, so this is how you can, if you identify right career for you from the beginning, then definitely you are going to be successful. Now, the very important thing which is now coming forward, that is how to build career in engineering. What all things are required that you can be a successful engineer or you can build a successful career in engineering. The first thing is self-assessment. Now, what is this self-assessment? You should be very much clear about that what qualities you possess, what are your interests, where is your passion lying. Do not just run the race. Okay, don't be just because your family is asking, your friend has taken this field, so you are also going in that same field. Please analyze your own passion, analyze your own capability, ability. So you should be clear about your interest, your personality, because what personality your family members or your friend is having, definitely you will not be having that. So there is no point of running behind them or just be in the part of the race. So you have to analyze yourself. And once you analyze yourself, then you have to look for the research. You have to look for the options available. So this is my suggestion for basically for the first and second year career, this engineering students. Like, see children, you are in first and second year. So right now, there means you are in a state where you can explore more of the careers in the engineering. So explore maximum careers. Don't stick to one point, or you from the very beginning you are having a mindset, no, I will go in civil only. I will take electrical engineering only. Don't do that. Explore the careers available. Maybe possible that you are more good at that particular field. So in the first and second year, because you are studying everything, so this is the point where you can research more options and then understand and develop. Now, suppose this also happens, as I gave my example of a defense. Sometimes this happens that something is exciting you, but you are not having that skills. Those skills you do not have. And maybe it is very difficult for you also to develop that skills, or it will take much time for you. So analyze also, like understand what skills are required, what you can develop. Okay, like for an example, if you're taking a CS, So then you should be aware about the recent languages. You should be aware about the Pythons. You should be aware about the C++. You should be aware about all this. If you're a civil engineer, you should be aware about the fundamentals of the constructions. So whether you are liking all that or not. Okay, so please analyze that, develop those skills, and then set your goals. That what actually you want. Now you have decided that which field you want to go, what you want to do. Now this is a point where you need to set your goals, and by this time you must have reached to the engineering third year. Okay, so here now you need to set your goals. Now there is no deviation from it, in the sense like you should be specific, you should be focused about now, and develop and implement the plans. Okay, you keep asking this question to yourself. As soon as you decide your goal, just ask yourself, like, where you want to see yourself in next 5 years, or 2 years, or 3 years. Be specific. When you are setting your goals, you should be specific. It should be measurable, whether you will be able to attain that, whether these goals are achievable or not, whether it is relevant or not. And just give a time bound to it. It's not that, because you have a limited time of 4 years, isn't that? So after reaching third year, you will not be getting much time. So now you have to be in a time bound. So set your goals according to the time bounds. At this much time you are left with. Now in this things you need to develop, or need to gain, need to attain all this. So develop and implement your plan. By this time you need to develop and implement your plans. Now what does it mean? Keeping in your mind your goal. You should be very much clear about your goal now, and your priorities may change. Maybe possible by the end of the third year you realize, means like I'm not for this, I cannot do this. So there is nothing in changing. There's always amendments. We are here as a human being to make mistakes, and life is not ending over there. There's always a space to change and again start your career. Okay, so review and adjust your plan. By this time, by the end of the 7th semester, when you reach to the 4th year, please review and adjust your plan. Somewhere you feel no, this is not for you, then you definitely review it. Go back. There's nothing wrong in going back and taking again a step forward. So these are the things which you need to analyze. Please start working on it. And I again say that if you are in a first year and second year, please explore maximum opportunities which is available in your college. Now, one thing I want to tell you, that if you are in engineering, there are many communities of engineering, many societies. Please join those engineering groups. Why? Because you will be aware about that, how they work. What is required from you, where you are lagging. Okay, so if you join, that will be an intellectual group and you will be getting more insight. So please join the college engineering group or the outside group or the American Society engineering group. Please do join. Get an internship. Now, if you are intern by the third year, please go for internship. If you are having an internship, then that is giving your weightage to your profile. So please earn the certification courses, take some certification courses or do some internship, which definitely will add on to your profile and give you more weightage than the others. Now, in case like you are not able to join any internship, you're not able to earn any certification course or join any certification course, it's okay. As an engineer, you must be working on some projects. So start your personal projects and start showing up. Upload it on the social media. Tell about your project to your authorities, to your teachers, so they are aware that you are good in this. Okay, so start your own project. You can say a startup. Okay, like for an example, one child I came to know, means like he's a child of my friend. They live in Uttarakhand. So now in Uttarakhand, life becomes very difficult during the rainy season. So what this child did, that he made a drone. So I don't know what programming he said. So this drone goes to that grocery shop and picks up the items, whatever is required. So do not have to step outside during the rain. So these are the projects you people can also work on, and then showcase it. Put it on the YouTube channels. Make your channels. So this will definitely going to give weightage to your profile when you're going for the jobs. Now coming to this career options after BTech. This is a big question. I know you must at some level be stuck. What should I do after BTech? If you are lucky enough to get a campus placement, do join. I must say do join. Okay, because it will definitely enhance your technical knowledge. So do join if you are lucky enough to get a placement. Then also see the different areas, not only the monetary one, but the other areas. It is definitely going to enhance. Now, if you are further interested in getting more knowledge or need to be more getting the insight about the specialization, then definitely go for AmTech. If not, then there is no need of doing an AmTech. But if you really want to study further, then definitely go for it. It is going to enhance your knowledge, and you can go for the corporate industry and all, or you can go for the teaching also, in the teaching field also, in research field also, if you are having a means if you are masters in the technology. Then adding interest. Now by the end of the BTech, now you realize, oh my God, what I have done. I've wasted my 4 years. Now not at all I'm interested in engineering. This is not my cup of tea. There is nothing. There is no loss at all. You're already having a knowledge. Now you can do an MBA and you can be the manager in some. You are already having a technical knowledge, and now you can go in the managerial side. You learn to manage the people. So then you go for the MBA. I will suggest those who are thinking that they possess some managerial, they want to be a manager in some company, or they see themselves in the high post of that, they have that manager qualities, then definitely go for the MBA. Here I've again added that please do some certification course by your 3rd year, okay, so that it adds to your profile and gives more weightage to you. If you want to study abroad, then definitely you can go for the MS, Masters of Science, where it gives you the more career opportunities in the field of corporate, in the humanities, HR, anything you can do, okay? And definitely it will be high paid jobs. You can earn much after doing that, if you're interested, and if your family allows, and if your family condition is of that kind, or family status is of that type, that they can easily send you to the abroad. Or you have that confidence, yes, I'll take a loan, education loan, and I'll repay them back within 2 or 3 years, then definitely you can go for it. If you do not want to work in under anyone, so then you can take an entrepreneurship. If you want to go for a civil service, that government jobs are exciting you, want a fixed job, you do not want to wandering around, you do not want to change every now and then, you want a standardized life, and you want that, yes, I'm good in government job, then definitely, and they are definitely a very high status jobs. So you can go for a UPSC exams, and it is under the group of IES, okay, engineering services. So you can go for it if the government job, and definitely you have to work very hard. It's not an easy. You have to work very hard. You have to schedule yourself. You have to give 14 to 17 hours to your studies. Okay, and you can go for the, yes.
मैम ये कंप्यूटर साइंस के जो स्टूडेंट हैं वो आईएएस का एग्जाम दे सकते हैं मैम?
ऑफ कोर्स, बिल्कुल दे सकते हैं आप, कोई भी सब्जेक्ट से दे सकते हैं. इफ यू आर इंजीनियर, ग्रेजुएट होना चाहिए बेटा. इफ यू आर अ ग्रेजुएट, then you can go for any UPS exams. Any field student can go for the UPS exam. Okay. And not only the UPS, you can go for the state exams also. Okay. And PPSC and all. If you are keen to serve your country, then you can definitely join defense. If you think that, yes, you are having that patriotic feeling to serve your country, then definitely you can join defense. If you are more interested in giving some innovations to the country, you want to go in the research field, you can join that after BTech. You can join the non-government organization if you want to be a social work, and then you can give your ideas, innovations in the non-government organization. There are many non-government organizations working where they require a good number of engineers. you can join them. And at the last, as I said, that after the BTech, you realize, oh my God, I have just taken this field because of my family pressure or because of my friends. Now I cannot go or carry forward with this. Then definitely you can come back to your hobbies, your passion, your interest, and you can take it as a career. So life means like career opportunities are never ending. So don't feel stuck if you have done BTech and you are not giving any clue. There are many more opportunities where you can go for. So honestly tell me, so this is a big question now I'm posing you. How many of you are still in the state of confusion? That whether what should I do? And if you are still in this state, then you can please ask your teachers, ask your coordinators that how can I get a help? They can give my contacts or they can give some other person, or you can, if you are aware of any other career coach or you are aware about any psychometric, and please, if you take any psychometric assessment, do not take it like that only, because there are n number of psychometric assessments available in the market, in the Google free, but they are not validated. Yes, Sonia?
Ma'am, Amit Prajapati would like to ask you something.
Yes, Amit?
Amit, are you listening?
No, ma'am, no doubt.
हाँ, doubt बेटा जो है मैम से पूछ लो.
So here I end with it. I give means many congratulations to you all, many best wishes to you all. Anywhere, any point of time, if you feel that you are stuck, you can contact me and we can further take the discussions. Sonia ma'am?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, anybody wants to ask?
Yes, Vanshika, you can ask, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am. My
Good
name
evening.
is Vanshika. Actually, I had a doubt that right now I'm pursuing BTech, and after that, I really wanted to go for MTech, but I'm really not convinced with a reason that why should I opt for MTech? Is that because someone else is doing, or is that for a better job or something, or is it what I wish for? So, could you please help in this?
Okay, so Vanshika, you need to ask yourself first of all that what are your goals? What actually you want to do? Why you want to study further? Means what is your idea behind it? So your inner side will give you the more correct answer. And if you are still in a confusion that what aptitude or skills you are lagging in, then you can come for the psychometric assessments and you can take a counseling from me. Otherwise, this question you can only answer yourself that why you need. And first of all, please do not run the race of your friends or your family. Ask yourself, are you capable? Do you really want to study high? Because there are many students. It means that you are having an inner pursuit. Like till date, I'm studying. I'm taking some of the other courses. So there is an inner pursuit in me. Okay, I'm very much clear in my goal that I want to do this. And that's why after leaving my teaching, I took this career counseling. So you have to decide by your own. You have to ask this question by your own. Why you want to study further? What you want to actually do? Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Sure. Thank you so much.
Yeah, welcome. Anybody else?
Yes, Rahul, you can ask, ma'am.
Ma'am, am I audible, ma'am?
Yes.
Ma'am, actually, I wanted to do MS from foreign or MBA also. So what should I go for? Should I do MBA or MS?
Okay.
I'm quite confused between these two.
Fine. Rahul, first tell me, do you possess these managerial qualities? Whether means like, see, do you have that managerial qualities or not, that can be only understood if you take a psychometric assessment. But why you are confused with doing an MS and MBA, that you have to decide. Means like if you want to go to abroad, that fascinates you, you want to study further in abroad and you want to get a high pay, then definitely go for MS. And MBAs are also you can do in the abroad. Okay, so you have to first analyze what are the qualities which are required for the MBA, because taking in just a degree will not help you out, isn't that? So if you really want to be a leader, if you want to be the boss in some organization, then definitely go for MBA. If you want to further, if you want to earn high, if you want to develop your skills of in the science field, in the corporate field, then definitely go for the MS. So again, I will say that you have to either you take a psychometric assessment, which gives you the clarity that which qualities you possess, whether you possess that, whether you are having that aptitude or not, of the leadership quality, whether you can lead a team or not. Then only you can take a decisions.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else?
Anyone else would like to ask, or if you have any kind of psychological doubts or any kind of emotional doubts also, you can contact ma'am. Or else you can ask in means through chat if you feel little bit hesitating, like.
Yeah, you can definitely write in the question. And later on also, if Sonia, anybody approaches you and they want to ask something, they can contact me through you.
Okay, sure, ma'am. Anyone
Hello,
else would like to? Yes.
Ma'am, MBA from abroad is a good option or not?
See, there is nothing a good option. See, first you have to see Harshit. I think Harshit only is asking me this question.
Aman Anand.
Aman, okay, Aman, you have to first see whether your what is your family's means background. If your family background is good enough, they can afford your education, then definitely go to the abroad. You can do your master. There is always, you have graduated from the India, so you have already technically you are great in that. And then later on further, it will definitely, if you are going to the foreign abroad, it is giving you more means wide exploration in your life. So you understand that how to live alone. You also understand to handle your problems by your own. So definitely it is always good if you study some outside somewhere. So you can explore the world more. Okay.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Anyone else?
Yes.
Ma'am, how can we give the psychometric test? Is it a can we give it through online mode, or we are supposed to come?
No,
to
it's
the
an
place?
online mode, completely online mode. If you take a psychometric assessment, so then one code is being generated from my side. If you take from me, if you go to any other coach, then they will be telling you about how they go for it. So, and then if you you have to just click on my website. I will be giving you a code. There you need to put a code, and then the assessment will be in front of you. And later on, further, whatever the requisitions are required to take that assessment, I will be telling you when you come to me personally.
Ma'am, it is paid service or?
Of course, it is a paid service, Peter. It's a paid service.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying, that in means like on Google, or there are many psychometric assessments available, but they are not validated. So it will not give you the correct report. So psychometric assessment should always be taking those are validated by someone. Okay. So always go for the validated psychometric assessment. Otherwise, if you just type a psychometric assessment, n number of assessments will be there. Okay. So, but they will not give you the holistic report also. Like the 5 dimensions I mentioned, they will not be capturing all the 5 dimensions. Anyone else? I hope this session is fruitful for you all.
Anyone else would like to ask or discuss something? Anything related to your emotional behavior or emotional changes or something like that, if you would like to discuss, then you can ask ma'am. She has shared her mail ID. Okay, so there you will get a very good response. Next, hope things are clear, or would you like to ask children anything else? No?
Okay, I hope.
Thank you so much, ma'am. The lecture was very informative, interactive, and useful for our students. On behalf of Oriental College of Technology, Bhopal, I, Ayushi Rajoria, takes this opportunity to propose vote of thanks to all those who have contributed contributed to this event organized by our institute. First and foremost, thanks to our guest speaker, Ms. Preeti Mehrotra, for sparing her valuable time for the event. Thank you so much, ma'am. We are really enlightened by the knowledge and thoughts. I'm also thankful to our Honorable Chairman, Oriental Group of Institutes, CEO, Oriental Group of Institutes, Shri R.K. Sahani Sir, and Director, Oriental College of Technology, Bhopal, Dr. Amita Mahar Madam, for their kind support, guidance, and motivation. Our heartfelt thanks to all the participants for their active participation. Thank you all. Today is the first day. We will be continuing the series till 19th August. We will meet each day at 1 p.m. Next session will be covered on defense services each day at 1 p.m. where the speaker will inform how to plan the board. Don't forget to join with same link. Now I request everyone to leave the meeting. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Sonia and other members. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
May I
Thank
leave?
you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah, welcome. Thank
Thank
you.
you, ma'am.
Have a nice day, ma'am.
Sonia, may I leave now?
Yes, ma'am. Please. Thank you so much.